So Terry, this is where you started everything, wetlands recycling.
Well, give a bit of background. It took about a year's negotiation. This place was standing empty. It took a year's negotiation between the municipality, Department of Agriculture, because it had been allocated to people to do recycling, but nothing was being done. Eventually we got the process through. They gave me the site. We had to involved here. We were here about 5 years. We would collect stuff in St. Lucia, Matuba, and Tutui, bring it here. We used to load the glass on site with the crane trucks, and that used to go up to Console. We had cardboard presses here that used to come through this little shop. Stuff, all the plastics and cardboard used to be stacked over here. We used to have about 2 to 3 interlinks a week of baled product that would leave from here. We would do tins around the side. We had a machine there and a slab. That would once a week go down to Durban. We would load onto the truck, and that would go down to Durban.
The story of the recycling is a whole different video. After recycling, Wetlands Hire was born, and the Gaskins did quite well. Work hard in adverse conditions. Community helped them a lot. And the firstborn was raised with fun with his dad, and then
Alright, this was our little business shop tires. The buildings all belong to me. I kept this part of the building for myself. I had a little tire shop going here, servicing the community, and a lot of the taxis, fixing punctures, selling new tires. If we take a walk inside, as you can see, the whole building right now was looted first. Over here we had a cage where you put your tires in, your inflating cage as a safety precaution. Over here we had 2 tire stripping machines. They were both, that one was burnt, this one was looted. The tire stripping machine, the tire balancing machine stood here. It was gutted and burnt. Over here we had a service counter with a computer, like a little office there. This back section was filled from ground to the roof with tires. That side was filled with tubes. This side was filled with valves, plugs, all the little articles that you need to do good maintenance to a tire. Over here we had batteries in the corner there, and we used to recharge the batteries over here. We had compressors there on the back side of the wall. They were stolen. Standing over here, we had a brand new bucket second-hand bucket that we just totally rebuilt, fully kitted with compressors, boxes, new tires, new suspension, new rubbers. This vehicle was ready to go into a project, and it was totally burnt out, looted and burned out. At the back here, this was our main tire shed. We had, as you can see, we had shelving in here, wooden shelving, so the tires were stacked from the ground, standing on shelves right to the roof, both sides, and along the inside here. This was full of tires. Of this full shed of tires, we got 6 truck tires back. Only 6 tires did we get back.
And you went and recovered them yourself?
I had to go and recover them myself. Luckily, informants in the community, so I went and I found them back. But yeah, that's literally, we found one of the compressors back. Here and there we found some things back, but we're grateful for what we got back, but there's very little. As you see, this toolbox got burned, totally looted out, nothing left in the toolbox. Nothing. All the toolage gone. So we got to start from scratch from that.
Okay, now tell us about the Sisabantu hardware shop.
We started a hardware shop about 4 years ago, and it was just a small little shop, and then we extended and extended and extended, and we helped the community a lot. We had very good prices and very competitive price.
Behind everything was the little Garden of Eden, Wetlands Park. Guys, this is a sad story. This was absolutely a little haven away from the city. Vertel vir oom, wat was hier gewees? Wat het van dit geword? Wat het hier gebeur? Vertel my. Het hulle die baie vrek gebrand? Ja. En kyk, hulle het van julle tire shop se tyres gebruik om dit te doen, hè? Wat is dit? Kyk, hier is 'n ou tyre, sien jy? Wat sê jy? Waar dink julle het hulle die tyre gekry? En wat van die tire shop? Was daar tyres by die tire shop ook? Nee, nou ons tire is stukkend. Is tire shop ook stukkend? Ja, hy brand jy daar waar. En hy het nooit daar en ons brand. How many bees was here, Anel? How many crises? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 hours, yeah, and?
It all got burnt, and they all, I don't know, died.
And who built the crates?
We have carpented it. That's fast.
So we need some material to
build crates, hives.
Allemaal zwart gebrand. En alles allemaal gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gone. Nou waar gaan ons lekker in kry? Huh? Kijk, hier is nog iets.
Wat is dit? Daai binneste goeders hier rame het ons omtrent R10,000 se goed bestel. Hulle het
alles gebrand.
In die wiring strip en alles.
En hierdie was die 2 slaapkamer. This was the 2-bedroom cottage.
This house.
2-bedroom house. They took the plumbing.
And the base gas stove.
Wetlands Creations.
Yeah, this was my pride and joy. We had a community project. We had about 10 mamas and 5 guys that made handmade artifacts. And we did trend development and helped them with making more modern Zulu craft that attracted the overseas market. So the community benefited like a lot out of the shop. And we also had a little coffee shop. And we had 2 ladies in the kitchen that we employed, and then we also had 2 ladies in the shop that did all the merchandise and the packing for shipments, and then the one lady was permanently working in the shop dealing with the customers.
And all the creations was done here, or was it done outside and brought to the shop?
Sometimes they were making it at home, sometimes they came here. It was nice when the mamas came together and work here, you know, as a group, and then we will have tea and cookies and biscuits And so it was actually nice working together with the community and actually having like a gathering and just have a fun morning once a week. So yeah.
Place completely gutted and
Yeah.
And after rebuild, are you going to rent out the businesses or are you going to carry on with the
No,
business?
I won't carry on. I'll just rent it out.
So your spirit is completely broken.
Most definitely.
A lot of small business owners in these small towns have been badly affected by the aftermath of the looting and the unrest that took place in the province about 2 weeks ago. We have been visiting various small towns in the province. Just last week we were in Bulwer and Donnybrook, and those small business owners were telling us basically how they were affected, how they can't make a living at the moment. This morning we started off in Bazwana in the northern parts of the province, and then we also went to St. Lucia, and now we are in Kamsane. All the small business owners in these areas are telling us the same thing, that they had to shut down their businesses. Most of the small towns also are solely reliant or solely dependent on tourism. And since the unrest has taken place, there are no tourists coming to these places. And so a lot of businesses had to shut down. I spoke to one business owner whose business was looted and then burnt afterwards. And this is what he had to say.
It's brought us down to a complete stop. It's a complete stop there. We can't trade. What was amazing, people from the community, people from Monzi, from Vryheid, last week Tuesday they came and helped clean up. This guy here is a youngster who's taken all his money, tried to do a car wash. He's here with his staff. We're sanding the walls, trying to fix. We're all putting our hands together. I can't leave my staff hanging. I still had to pay them. They've even said to me, boss, even if you give us half our pay, don't run away. Please stick with us. And I said to him, I'll do my best. We have to rebuild. Each and every business that was renting from me, we have to rebuild because these people are creating jobs. Our unemployment is so high. Our problems are so high in this town already. It grieves me to see these kids walking to school and thinking what opportunities they have. But I'm sure God's got a bigger plan. It looks terrible right now, but in my heart of hearts, I know God's got a plan, and we're going to rebuild, and we're going to get stronger out of this.